Let's learn how to assemble our saxophone safely. The first thing you're going to want to do is to place the tip of the reed in your mouth so your saliva can dampen the wood while you're putting your saxophone together. So we want to put the thin end or tip end of the reed up to about the halfway point in your mouth. I'm going to just place it here in the reed guard while I'm speaking to you. The second step, we're going to place the neck strap around our neck, and I will talk later in the DVD about how to use the neck strap correctly. But for now, we're just going to place it around our neck. Step 3 is to take the mouthpiece and remove the cap and the ligature. Hold it in your left hand. Then I'm going to take the neck of the saxophone in my right hand, and gently, with a back and forth twisting motion, I'm going to insert the neck into the mouthpiece until it covers about half of the cork. And again, if you see how much cork there is here, I'm going to insert it until it covers about half. When I adjust the mouthpiece, the flat table part of the mouthpiece should be facing the octave key ring, and it should be directly opposite the octave key vent. The fourth step in assembling our saxophone is to return the ligature to the mouthpiece, and we're going to place the reed on the mouthpiece. I do this in this order because it's very easy to see and adjust the reed when you have just the mouthpiece and the neck together. You'll see that when we put the neck on the saxophone, it'll become much more difficult to adjust the reed at the angle it will be when it's on our saxophone. So this is easy to hold in your hand, and it's easy to see what you're doing when you place the reed on. And I'm going to talk more about reed placement in the next section of this DVD, but for now we can raise the ligature up with our left thumb and place the bark end or thick end. Notice I'm placing the flat side of the reed on the flat table of the mouthpiece. Just slide it down with my thumb. I can move it all around as long as I'm only touching the top side of the reed, never touching the tip, and I'm just going to lightly tighten the ligature screws. That way I can see what I'm doing, and now I'm going to lift my saxophone out of the case. I need to remove the end cap or end plug, and being very cautious with the reed, I'm going to pick up the neck of the saxophone, and very important that I do not press the octave key. And you can see that my octave key raises the octave key pin, and that could easily become bent on the octave key ring. It needs to slide underneath the octave key ring, and I should place the octave key pin right in the center of that ring. So I'm going to try to find the center of the ring, and I want to make sure that I'm going to keep my left thumb on the left thumb rest. And I'm going to gently, with that half-inch back and forth twisting motion, I'm going to just gently slide the neck onto the saxophone. Notice you never want to press down hard on the neck of the saxophone because you can actually bend the neck, and that will affect the tuning of a lot of notes on your saxophone. So you never want to press too hard. And now we're going to tighten the ligature screw. We want to make sure the mouthpiece and the reed is adjusted so it's just over our thumb rest. And once I find the mouthpiece is positioned correctly, I'm just going to lightly tighten the neck screw. Just so it doesn't have to be real tight, but just enough so the neck doesn't move. And the final step of our saxophone assembly is we're going to take the hook of our neck strap and hook it into the ring on the back of the saxophone, the strap ring. And now we're ready, and our saxophone is assembled.